Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to replace the hard drive on a PlayStation 4. We're going from the stock 500 gigabyte to a 2 terabyte. With the 2 terabyte, I just ordered it through an expansion drive, so this is kind of a new process. We're going to see how well it works and we'll go from there. So the first step is, if you have a spare 500 gig or spare hard drive to do a full backup on, that's what I would do first. That way, once you actually go to do everything, it's a lot easier and everything's already there instead of having to start over fresh. First step, as I'll show you, first step is going to be go over to settings. I don't know how well you can see that. Go down to system, then backup and restore. So you'll do a backup of your PlayStation 4. I've already done this. It actually took about 5 hours to do the full backup, probably a little bit more. It's also showing that it won't back up your trophies, so just make sure that those are all backed up. So as you can see, it'll tell you in a second. It'll just find everything that needs to be backed up. It's searching. And eventually it'll find everything. So there, it found everything. It was 257.9 gigabytes. So that's a lot of info. That's why it took so long on mine. If you don't have a lot of games or have a lot of information on yours, it's obviously not going to take 5 hours. So shouldn't be a big deal. So like I said, I already did this. Just going to go back. I'm going to go ahead and pick the video up at the next step, which will be putting the new removing the old hard drive and putting the new one in. All right. Okay, so this is what I bought. It's a Seagate 2 terabyte expansion drive. With this, it's basically just a portable drive that you can connect. So from what I've read, if I can actually open the box, is that this has all the normal plugs, so you can actually take it apart and use it as if you just bought it, but it's going to be a lot cheaper than buying the regular drive. So let's see if what I read was correct. So how do we open this? Where's the gap? Well, I'm gonna do this without stabbing myself, so there we go. Just kind of pry it in there and pop it open. And the drive just falls out. And hopefully I was right. Yep, so it's just a plug. And what I definitely suggest is just using the old drive that was in the PlayStation in place of this. So you still get your 500 gig hard drive as a backup. So this should just come unplugged. Just a nice little piece that you can actually use for pretty much any drive to USB 3.0 and be able to go with a different drive. So you do need something to pry open the case of that Seagate, just so you know. If you don't have something, it's probably going to break a nail. So the next step, let's put that there, is actually opening your PlayStation, which all you do is just kind of push this to one side until it clicks. Try not to break it. And just pull it off. That's a little dirty. The actual compartment is right here. It's right here in front. This one screw is the only thing that's actually holding it in to the system. So once we get that removed, it'll just be everything else in the cradle that we'll have to swap out. So we will do that right now. This is a very obvious screw. It's got all the PlayStation logos on it, so you can tell which one it is. It slides right out, and it's a little dirty. It's the regular HGST, which is what all the PlayStation come with. Go ahead and remove these screws from this. They have the mounting brackets in them. Those we don't need, unless we want to put the other one back in, which we are going to use it in the case. So they've all got these little black caps on them over the screws, which I already lost one. 3 should be good when I put it back in. So this is obviously when you're taking it out of the old system, or out of your system, make sure that when you put it back in, it goes back in the same way. So make sure all the pins are lining up the same way, which obviously it'll be sitting just like that. And then you'll just remove these black screws, which, see if you can see them, all these black screws in the side of it, they're on both sides. So you just remove those 4, and those are what actually is going to mount the hard drive back in. So don't lose these screws. Try not to drop your screwdriver. Okay, so as you can see, it's mounted back in there. Pretty simple. This is the 2 terabyte. So just gonna go ahead and put it back in, and hopefully it slid right in like it was nothing. So put the PlayStation screw back in, make sure it's held in place. And that's it. Put the case back on. So that part's done. We'll get to the next step. It'll be on my computer. So I'll show you that, and then we will go from there. Okay, so the next step, let's see, make sure you guys can see this. The next step is pretty simple. All you need is a thumb drive that has at least 1 gigabyte available. If you just go to PlayStation's website, you go here to where it actually shows the P. Let me see if you guys, make sure you can see that. So the actual P. Then you go down to just system updates. In here, obviously, choose the system for the PS4. Latest one is the actual 3.5. So you go down to download update. It'll download it. If you have any questions about it or just want to know exactly how to do it, just right here where it says, do you want to perform a fresh install of the full system software? If so, then click here. So on here, it actually walks you through step by step. See if that shows. Hopefully that shows good. Step by step on what to do with the thumb drive. It shows you have to have at least 900 megabytes free. On the thumb drive, you'll make 2 folders. One says PS4, one says update. With the actual file that you download, you will put it in the update folder. So it's already going to be named. If not, make sure you name it the PS4 update.pup. If you don't have any of these correct, it won't read it properly. So our next step is I have all that downloaded, so we're going to try it out and see if I did it correctly. All right. Okay, so just a little heads up. don't click the update from the first page. You actually have to do it from this page. So as you can see, I'm sure where it says download now, I skipped right over that. Didn't even bother to look at it, but it is a bigger file. It's like 900 or 899 megabytes. So that's actually the full software. The other one is just an update on top of whatever you had. So just so you know, it was me that was being special there and not anything else. So I already have my thumb drive in. I have it ready to place the update in here. So let me go ahead and go to my downloads. And it'll be this one. So as you can see, it's going to take a little bit longer. So 878 megabytes. So it's definitely a bigger file. That's why I kept getting the errors. But the whole point of this is so you guys don't have to, you guys can all learn from my mistakes. You don't have to do these mistakes yourselves. So I'm going to download this and then we'll pick up at the PlayStation. Okay, so the next step on doing this is having to actually get it into safe boot mode. The way to do that is actually by pressing and holding the power button for 7 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's supposed to beep. No? Okay, maybe I did something wrong. There it goes. So you should see it. I see something working. Okay, so you can see it says just connect the PlayStation using a USB cable. So let me grab a USB cable. And happen to have like 30 of them sitting around. So connected the cable, press the button. Let's see what the next step it says. Okay, so initialize PS4 is what we're going to do. So I need to actually install, put in the thumb drive. Alright, so we'll do just unplugged it. Alright. Sorry, this is my first time doing this, so make sure the remote's on again. Okay, so we're gonna do initialize PS4. This is gonna be like a full system. It's just saying that everything will be erased on it, so obviously there's nothing on this hard drive. So this should be in. Maybe I didn't do something correctly. Okay, so here I am. I'm back here. If you actually read the directions on their website, it says initialize PS4, reinstall system software. So I have the correct thing on there now. Let's see if this works or if I get the error again. I'm 99% sure this is actually going to work now because I put the right software on there. So let's see what happens. It just says PS4 will be initialized, all user and all data will be deleted. Are you sure you want to? Yes. There's nothing on it, so it really doesn't make any difference. This actually looks like it's going pretty quick. It'll probably be like 2 hours after this by the time it's done, but we'll see. Hopefully this hard drive is supposed to be a little bit faster from what I understand. And I'll try and get the link for the actual hard drive that I used. I bought it from Amazon. It was $86, and I'm pretty sure the same hard drive without the casing sells for about $120. So, I mean, just to have that case on there saves you money. So, and obviously you saw how long it took to unpackage it. So, definitely worth the money to save. So, well, maybe it's already done. Okay, so now it's installing the actual software. So I'll pick the video back up when that ends. After the update, I mean, it just went straight into the original setup for the PlayStation 4. So I just went through it, just put in my Wi-Fi password and everything. Next step is obviously just logging into it. So hopefully you guys can see that. I don't have my... So from here, I'm just hoping that I can do a full restore and not have to put any extra information in. So that is my goal. Not having to redo anything. And I have everything saved on my 500 gig external drive. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in and see if we can just do a full restore. Just go into settings again. Scroll down to system. Where is it at? Backup and restore. Restore PS4. Here's my restore data. As you can see, I restored it yesterday. Or backed it up yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And it's going to take about 5 hours, 5.5. So by the time this is done, I will get back on here and let you guys know how everything worked and if there was any issues during the restore. But other than that, I mean, it seems like it's completely working. I just got to make sure this is done. Once that's all set up, I'll let you know all the parts I used and everything that it took to actually do it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Thanks.